Hello everybody, it's GameJunkieXL here with my brothers Zhao as well as Riukishinn for another episode of the Game Goblins GuildWars2 blog. And we have something very, very important to talk about today. There's been a lot of talk and discussion and arguing and all this other bullshit across the interwebs about World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria, pre-launch patch 5.0.4 releasing August 28th, which is Guild Wars 2 official launch date without head start access or anything. This is pissing a ton of people off. This is also making a ton of people smile evil little grins. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today, what we think about it and what it could possibly mean for Guild Wars 2 launch. So we have a special surprise for everybody today, and that is Riukishinn is going to tell us all a story. A wonderful story that includes things like pandas and China and gold farming and 8 years of boredom. So without further ado, everybody shh, let's hush, shh. Everybody keep quiet, go to the bathroom if you have to go to the bathroom. It's story time.
Blizzard Entertainment will be releasing World of Warcraft patch 5.04 on the 28th of August, which also happens to be the release date for Guild Wars 2, and a data marked down on your calendars if you are a fan of either one of these games. WordPress, you're already pissing me off. World of Warcraft 5.0.4 is a pre-expansion for World of Warcraft's Mists of Pandaria. So expect big changes to the game, such as shared mounts, blah 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 blah, bullcrap that Blizzard is just pulling out their ass to keep people interested. North American servers will blah, yeah, whatever. Where's the actual meat of this article? I don't know whether it's a coincidence that they happen to be coming out on the same day or a carefully thought out strategy, but, quote, it's a good move by Blizzard Entertainment to try and distract some players from trying out Guild Wars 2. Trying out? Blizzard, at this point, people have already bought it. You're not going to distract people. This isn't going to help. I don't know what they're trying to do with this. Read the story! Well, I have patch notes if you want to read that.
Yes, read the patch notes and then we'll discuss.
Alright. Account-wide achievements, pets, and mounts, which is sincerely stupid because they're catering to like the alcoholics, which is never good. In patch 5.0.4, beyond the majority of your character's achievements, blah 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 blah, will be shared with your other characters. Also stupid. World events, Attack on Theramore Isle, which is actually going to be interesting for me to watch because I'm a huge Jaina fan. Jaina, right? Yeah, Jaina. War Chief Garrosh, obsessed with assuring the Horde's supremacy over Kalimdor, launches an all-out attack against Jaina's island home of Theramore. Though the Alliance defenders rush to repel the sudden onslaught. Russia, yeah, they're Russia now.
They're bringing Russia into World of Warcraft now too. Fuck. What won't they do?
Yeah. Area of Effect looting comes to World of Warcraft with this patch. About damn time. They should have put that in 8 years ago. Battle tag support in World of Warcraft. Fairly new system anyway, so it's, yeah, whatever. Let's see. The other battle tech stuff, none of that matters. Classes. Oh god, what are they doing to the freaking classes now? All classes have been updated with a new talent system. For the 20th time. Yeah, again. Improved abilities and spells, accessible throughout levels 1 through 85. Did they not raise the level cap?
Mm-hmm. To 90.
Oh. This just says 1 to 85. Did they not put new talents? No?
Not to 90, I don't think.
Oh well. All talents have been reset, so all your hard work on creating builds...
Bye-bye.
Yeah, don't even... Yeah, bye.
Your glyphs,
Druids
too.
now have access to a fourth... What? Druids have a 4th class specialization.
Yeah, guess what that's called?
Oh. Guardian.
Wow! Oh, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting the story.
Sorry, I'm in awe. I'm taking it all in. All characters now take 30% less damage from other players. Okay. Spell penetration has been replaced by PvP power on existing items. Power, what kind of stat does that make you think of?
Power. Strong.
Exactly. Head enchants removed. I don't know why. Enchants that modify gear in your head slot. Okay, whatever. Items. Range weapons no longer have a minimum range. So basically, they're also copying Guild Wars 2's idea of using ranged weapons at any range. Which, what the hell? They're just now thinking of all this. We've had this kind of system since like 2005. Seriously.
It's like you've never read this story before. You sound surprised.
Why? I haven't read this story before. But they don't know this. The glyph system has been updated. Many class glyphs have been added, altered, or removed to different glyph types. Again, if you have a build set, kiss it goodbye. User interface. Ooh, this will be good. There's a new user interface for mounts and pets. Character creation screens have been updated. Buffs have been consolidated in the UI. New role resets frame added. Okay, I don't know what that means. The PvE queue frames have been unified. You can now queue for dungeons, raids, and other queueable content in one handy place. Vendors now offer filtering. Spellbooks updated core abilities, and now include. I'm not skipping.
No, you're not. You were. Continue.
Well, yeah, it was, because it was all boring. Let's see. The Dungeon Journal has been expanded with information on all pre-cataclysm encounters. Okay. Why didn't they have it in the first place? A new help system has been added to many frames. You can toggle this on and off by clicking the I button in the upper left corner of the frame. Okay, and here's a quote from the guy who wrote this article from WordPress.com. I don't care about much about Guild Wars 2. Won't be playing it. You already know this guy's an idiot. While I will probably play World of Warcraft for the new levels to see what has changed. There's too much choice these days in terms of MMORPGs, and because they demand so much time, they really need to be fun, which World of Warcraft mostly is. This guy, yeah, he probably has never played Guild Wars 2 is his problem.
He stated that.
Yeah. Where you been? When you reach the end of the story, you gotta say the end, because that's how good stories end.
The end.
Oh, okay. Now, a lot of people who have watched GameJunkieXL know that I hate Blizzard. I absolutely hate Blizzard. I hate their policies. I hate their communist actions. I called them communist. I did. And I'm not here to bash on Mists of Pandaria. I'm not here to do it. I'm not here saying that this game should not exist. I'm not here saying that anything's going to kill anything else. So before you start flaming on me and hating on me, don't even start, because I'm not doing it. I'm offering my intellectual opinion as much as I can muster of it. As well as these gentlemen, even though Riukishinn is severely biased. As well as I'm sure Xeion is. So,
if I may say.
Yes, go ahead.
The cinematic for Mists of Pandaria was pretty fucking epic. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm not at all any more interested in the game. I'm just like I'm applauding the cinematic team, because that's the only good part about Blizzard.
I agree. I honestly agree. Me and Xeion played World of Warcraft for a number of years, way back. I quit before he did. He went back for Cataclysm. Stupid ass. But when I got out. And the thing that I think that people need to realize is that Blizzard, all that they do is they take the best parts of like new games and incorporate them into their game. Like the pet battle system is just Pokemon. They're trying to get people to come back and say, okay, we're not going to focus on raids this time. we're just gonna let everybody run willy-nilly and fucking do what they want to do, and we're gonna have Pokemons. It's gonna be great.
Not to mention that the entire game is pretty much based off Warhammer, the tabletop version. You know?
No, you're gonna piss people off. Don't say that. But I don't know. And people are complaining left and right. They're like, Blizzard fanboys are like, this is brilliant, this is awesome, it's a slap in the face to Arenanet, and GuildWars2 fans are basically in an uproar because they're like, how dare they release this on August 28th when, this is Arenanet's big day. It's something we've all been waiting for 5.5, 6 years for it to come out. A lot of people have commented on my page, private message saying, oh, you said you've waited for this game for 6 years, but it's only been in development for 5 years. But they mentioned it actually 6 years ago, before they laid down groundwork on graphics or anything like that. So I have been waiting for a very long time for this game. So obviously, I adore it to the highest extent. The thing about that is that I think people are getting skewed, and they're saying, they're falling into one camp or another and saying, oh, this is right, this is wrong. When obviously this is a tactical decision from Blizzard, who just wants as many people as possible to sway away from Guild Wars 2 and come back so they can retain subscription fees. And actually, Mike B, aka Phony, pointed out that it's not Guild Wars 2 that is necessarily taking everybody away from World of Warcraft, because the indie game market is blown up, and you can get quality titles. Like, you guys know, I've been playing Bastion and just a host of indie games in the time I've been waiting for Guild Wars 2, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I can honestly say I enjoyed World of Warcraft maybe my first year and a half of playing it, but then all of a sudden, people call them wrath babies, and all these newer players come in, and then they dumb the game down. When I lost interest in it, I quit. And I'm not going back. I don't care what they do. If they put Jesus in there and he's fucking reaching his hand through my monitor and giving me a hand job, I'm not paying you a subscription fee for your shit. I'm not doing it anymore. I can't do it. And a lot of people will do it. But it's not me. I can't. And there are a lot of people like me that just don't want to deal with it anymore. And Blizzard is just like asinine in the fact that they're like, well, we'll never go free to play. It's not our business model. You know what I mean? Xian's being very quiet. I know he wants to blow up here any minute, but...
Well, I have my own opinions about this. Well, you have the one thing that we talked about before is that Blizzard likes to put, they put a cash shop with a subscription model. So you can tell that they're a little greedy,
They're all the way greedy.
They're greedy.
First of all, when we discussed this, we talked blatantly, and I pointed it out. I'm like, listen, World of Warcraft has absolutely no reason to have a fucking cash shop in it. I'm sorry. People will pay money for what they want. It's not Blizzard's fault that people are stupid and naive and say, hey, there's mounts in here that cost $10 or $20. I'm going to buy it. That's not their fault. What is their fault is that they're greedy enough to put it in there in the first place when you're paying $15 a month, and those mounts and mini pets and things should be included in your subscription cost, because that's what a subscription covers. Content. Not fucking, I'm gonna buy Joe a cup of coffee. You're paying for the right to have content delivered to you. That's what it's for. Not a fucking cash shop. Free-to-play games rely on the cash shop to make revenue, to support expansions, to support patches and updates, to support content. They don't charge a business model subscription fee. And it's like a slap in the face in the first place that Blizzard would be like blatant enough to say, here's a fucking cash shop. Spend all your money here too. I know people that play World of Warcraft that spend like $60 a month on that goddamn game. Why? Yeah. Seriously, why? Why aren't people bitching about that instead of the whole August 28th debate? Because you knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Blizzard doesn't want to just fall down flat on their face and be like, oh yeah, well, we'll let Guild Wars 2 come out and rule the field for a while, and then we'll try to recover. They want to come out with both guns blazing and say, look, we still got it after 8 years. We still got content you can enjoy. But I think, in my opinion, that people are going to play it and be like, wow, this is exactly the same thing that I have been playing. They put Pokemon in it, and wow, I can loot everything at once now. Big deal. After a week, it would be like, big deal. I don't give a fuck anymore. Seriously.
Yeah, I honestly feel like Blizzard's got another thing up their sleeve coming soon. By the looks of what Diablo 3 did with their real money auction house system, I really think that they're going to implement that also in World of Warcraft, so that way they can still have some sort of subscription model based game, so they can get a cut of whatever you make. I have a feeling that that will be happening within the relative near future.
So you think that like Diablo 3 is kind of like a testing grounds for it? They're actually going to.
I think they're going to implement it. It's not necessarily a testing ground. It's just something that worked when Diablo 3 came out. Basically, people got right. They had this whole article, right? They came up that this guy made $10,000 off Diablo 3 by selling stuff on the auction house, and I have a feeling like because they won't go free to play, I don't feel that they'll go free to play, but they'll implement this system in its place, so that way you can make money while you play the game, so that way you can play the subscription fee for it. So it's kind of like an IS system in EVE, kind of, more or less.
I never played EVE.
Yeah, but the IS system in EVE actually works.
Yeah, it does work. I'm saying they also have some similar system in Terra that came out that's similar to EVE's system, but I really don't feel that World of Warcraft's ever going to go free to play. If it does, it'll be on its last legs. It's a game that's aging its format, and you can totally notice it now. A lot of people are arguing over the fact whether or not GuildWars2 is going to be viable in a raid spec, but if you have explorable dungeon modes, 5-man explorable dungeon modes can be just as difficult as having 20-man or 25-man raids. The only difference is the amount of players and the more bullshit you have to put up with to deal with those 25 players. That's the only difference. It's like the raid players now that are saying that World of Warcraft, that's the reason why they're staying there is because of raids, is absolutely ridiculous, because it doesn't matter how many players you have, it can still be challenging. Raid doesn't really provide anything. The other thing they bring up is that the fact that it's just a Zerg fest, right? Well, we really haven't seen any of the dungeons besides Ascalon Catacombs, and we haven't had as much time as we had to even learn how the game mechanics really work, because we haven't had that much time in the game, so they can't really go off of that right now, so they really need to relax on that. I have nothing against World of Warcraft, you know what I mean? I played it for 3 years, and I enjoyed my time on it, but the game, I got bored of it, and I feel like some people who are staying in the game are just newer to the genre, and they're appealing to a newer dynamic of people, you know what I mean? Younger generations, because they know that older generations are getting bored of the system.
Yeah. Well, it's just a thing, too. It's like, you know, people get bored of it, and then they stay, but you do get attached to characters. You know what I mean? It's like, I still think about my World of Warcraft characters, because they're still actually active, because, you know, my girlfriend still plays on my account. And I still pay for it. But the simple fact is I'm not going back to it simply because I don't want to fall into the same patterns that I was in when I left. And it was just, I mean, you remember how it was when I left that game. It's like I would go on every morning and it was the same routine. I did my 24 dailies. I got it down to where it took me like 45 minutes to clear all 24, and then I would farm gold all day. That's all I did. I don't want to do anything else, you know. And people are like, oh, you should just raid and everything. I'm not a raiding type of person. I like the smaller framed environments. I like, you know, skill based, and I think that's where people are getting skewed on this, is like they compare raiding to like story mode and explorable mode on Guild Wars 2, and they're completely different elements. It's smaller, more intimate, skill based on one end, and Zergfest on the other. It's like, I've been in raids in World of Warcraft with like 25 people or whatever. I don't really recall, because it was a long time ago, and I'm old and my mind is kind of shot. But at the same time, it's like you can get lost in a raid pretty easily. You know what I mean? If you're a DPS or something, you can get lost in a raid. You don't have to perform to your full function. You don't have to really have any type of skill. You just have to know how to follow directions and accept the fact that you're probably not going to get a piece of loot. Unless you're on a loot table. But I think that people who... We're kind of getting off topic, because this is all about the August 28th thing, but at the same time, it's, you know...
Nah, keep going.
It's it's to the point where it's completely ridiculous in saying that, well, World of Warcraft's the grill in the corner and everything like that. Well, it's been the grill in the corner for 8 years. The simple fact is, every game that's come against it until this point has been basically the same thing. It's been, you look at anything that's come out, MMO, free-to-play, or subscription-based, and you look at it, and they always match it against World of Warcraft. And the main problem with that is that they're the same game, but they just look different. So, of course, people are going to go to their natural. And I think for the first time in a very long time, and the thing that people are arguing the most about this whole Guild Wars 2 versus WoW thing, and why it's such a hot debate, and why it just does not die, is simply because for the first time, Blizzard is kind of nervous about what they're going up against, because it's an unknown. It's a genre, whether you want to admit it or not, it's a genre-breaking game. It's something that re-revolutionizes how we play MMOs. And that's what's got Blizzard nervous, because if you look at what they're doing now with patches and everything like that, they're trying to incorporate how Guild Wars 2 is doing things in certain regards. And I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is, I think they're trying to backpedal a little bit. They're working on Titan. Nobody knows what Titan exactly is. But at the same time, they're trying to keep treading water with World of Warcraft when they're losing like 3 million players in a small time frame. And those 3 million players probably aren't going to go back. You know what I mean? It's like, when you leave World of Warcraft, I'd say probably 80% of people leave World of Warcraft for good. They're done with it. They don't want to look at it anymore. They take it off their computers entirely. I mean, I erased it. I went to Revo Uninstaller just so I could get every little last piece of World of Warcraft on my computer, because I just did not want to associate myself with it anymore. But that's not saying that I didn't have fun when I was in World of Warcraft, because I did. I just outgrew it. And I think a lot of people outgrow it. And Blizzard is of the mindset where, it's kind of like a job that you don't like having. You know what I mean? It's like you go into work every night. I have one of those. You go into work every night, and basically your boss will tell you, hey, you know what? Don't fuck up, because if you fuck up, we're going to fire you, and we'll replace you with somebody else. And that's Blizzard's whole model. It's like, they don't care that they lost 3 million people, honestly. They don't. It's not hurting their piggy banks any. I mean, yeah, maybe they won't be able to buy a new Ferrari tomorrow, but at the same time, they'll be replaced. Those 3 million people will be replaced with time. Mr. Pandaria is going to bring in a massive number of new people. And again, I don't have anything against that. And I don't see why so many people have something against another game going head-to-head with Blizzard and actually matching it. And of course, that Guild Wars 2, or Guild Wars, not Guild Wars 2, that would be silly. But World of Warcraft and Guild Wars came out a month apart when they first launched. And everybody looked at Guild Wars and said, well, this is more fun over here because this is more free, open. It's more challenging in certain regards. It's different art. It's, there's more basically known lore with it because, as you know, Guild Wars was basically built from the ground up. And so for like years and years and years, everybody kind of looked at, well, Blizzard's, the main badass in the room. And then you got Arenanet over here with Guild Wars. It's kind of like the redheaded stepchild that, people played, but they didn't want to admit they really played because they played both games. And you'd see conversations spark up in, like, Lion's Arch or wherever, and they'd be like, hey, man, what'd you do today? And the other guy would be like, oh, nothing, man. I just, I got up and I watched a movie or whatever. And secretly on the side, they were actually putting in some time on Guild Wars at the same time. I knew a couple people like that. But they didn't want to admit it because, for the longest time, Blizzard was successor to Arenanet, even though Guild Wars came out after. They were instantly compared when the first Guild Wars came out, and Blizzard won hands down. Well, this time, it's not working out that way. And Blizzard's like, oh shit, what do we do now? You know, they've got this big expansion coming out, Mr. Pandaria. A lot of people are mad about it. A lot of people like it. It's 50-50 on the fence. Will it fail? Will it be great? Nobody really knows, but honestly, there's like a cloister of people that just don't give a fuck anymore. You know, and it's just a thing that people have to accept. Okay, Ryu, you need to start talking. Somebody else needs to start talking. My throat hurts, and I think I have to pee, but I'm not sure.
Well, what everybody keeps on making assumptions is that is Guild Wars going to be the WoW killer? No, it wasn't made to be a WoW killer. This game was just meant to be, fun. It wasn't made to like top a WoW or even challenge it in any way. It's meant to stand next to it as one of the great MMOs of all time.
Well, that was short and sweet.
That's pretty much all I have to say about it.
That's the thing. I've said time and time again, and you've seen other like big YouTube channels say it. I mean, fucking Zine could probably remember when I was saying it a while back. Is like the only thing that's gonna kill WoW is Blizzard. That's it. That's the only thing that's gonna kill it, because another game can't kill another game. You take a look at, but yeah, they might have lost 3 million people, but big deal. You know, look at the original EverQuest, 18 expansions. It is still around. It is like, you know, do you even realize when that game was released? It is a small community, but it is a hardened community, and simply they won't quit. And they won't shut their servers down because they're dedicated to their community, and their community is dedicated to them. At the same time, though, you got like SWTOR that came out, and they shut Galaxies down immediately. They're like, oh, we're going to get rid of Galaxies. Fuck Galaxies players. Come to SWTOR. And look at what happened with SWTOR. Okay? So the only people that are going to kill World of Warcraft, in fact, are Blizzard. And it's a sad fact that, you know, WoW players have to admit to. You know, if they get down to like 1 million people, I could see them pulling the plug on it. I honestly could, because if they're not making revenue off it, they'll move on to something else where they're going to make revenue. They're not of the mindset or the gamer passion level that they're going to be like, oh, well, we've only got 34 people on World of Warcraft anymore. Let's condense it down to one server and let them have fun. You know? They're like, wow, these 34 people ain't putting shit in my bank, so pull the plug on them. It's like life support with that uncle that you really fucking hate, you know? You're like, oh, man, he's rich. Oh, but it's a human life. Oh, fuck it, pull the plug. Yeah, he's like, he's got a lot of money. Let's get rid of him. It's a sad reality, but that's the truth. You know? It's like there is no other game. There is no game that's going to come out that can completely kill another game. It is the developer and the publisher's, you know, regard to say, this is done.
No single game anyways.
Right. It's like, this is done.
No single game will top it.
I laugh at all the GuildWars2 versus WoW shit, and all these people with their high opinions of either or, and why one game excels over another, and they say, well, this is what's going to happen. World of Warcraft is going to instantly be killed. And I laugh at them, because it's an impossibility. It can't happen. You can't take 8 years and just be like, oh, new game, done, everybody leaves the game. It's not going to happen. There are people that are so built into World of Warcraft that they are never going to leave until the day that Blizzard pulls the plug on that system. And those people should be admired, because honestly, I don't know how the fuck they do it. I really don't. You know how sick
I admire those people.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up now.
Well, I think that everyone should look at the fact that, hey, like, you shouldn't put yourself like one eggs and, you know, put all your eggs in one basket, as they would say. You should, like, if you haven't tried Guild Wars 2, you know, give it a try. You may like it, you may not. You know, you can go back to World of Warcraft and play that if you want. If you haven't played World of Warcraft and you say that Guild Wars 2 is the best, go over and try it, so that way you actually have some legs to stand on. Don't just, like, spew out the fact that, hey, you know, I'm not going to play this game because it's shit even though I haven't tried it. So I think everyone who, like, says something like that, it really irritates me. I just, like, just if you give it a chance, you know what I mean? Just, like, I never had any of them issues. I'll play a game if I want to play a game. It's like Guild Wars 2 is coming out, but there's another game that's going to be coming out soon that I'm kind of interested in, that I might play off and on a little bit for just some time to myself. So PlanetSide 2 is looking really good, and I'm excited to play that too. But
Yeah. When is that?
Early, but I'm gonna go and do that a little bit.
You just gave Ryu a huge boner because he's all about PlanetSide. I was like, yes, yes, we can continue our friendship in PlanetSide 2. No, but what do you guys think about like Secret World going free to play after like a month being out?
Really?
Yeah.
I think it was inevitable.
Oh, sweet! I'm gonna go play.
You're like, I'm gonna go play that shit. Fuck it.
I loved it.
Inevitable.
World. I just couldn't afford it.
That's because you buy Fable.
Hang on, I'm gonna go look it up now. Well, yeah, that too.
You spend too much money on Fable.
I spent $60 on the third one when it first came out. I can't believe I was that stupid.
Man.
But then again, no one had reviewed it yet. I had to play it.
I can't lie. I bought Dungeons and Dragons Daggerdale, so I can't bitch too much. That was like the worst $15 I ever spent. I may as well just fucking knife myself and spit on my own face, because I knew it was gonna be bad. But I was like, I like those type of games. I'll give it a try. I like Dungeons and Dragons. How bad could this be? Wow. Wow, was I surprised how bad a game actually can be. I'm surprised it didn't make it on anybody's top 10 worst games ever list. Maybe I'll make one. That'll be number 1. No surprises if you watch my channel and I come out with the top 10 bad, evilest games or dumbest games or worthless games.
Secret World's not free to play yet.
Not yet. I said it's being announced that it's going to go free to play.
I think it's buy to play though. Anyway, I don't think that you're going to completely get it for free, but I'm not 100% on that. I think it's going to be you have to buy the game.
I'm okay with that.
There's no subscription. But I think it was inevitable that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The mechanics of the game didn't look really that great from what I saw. Like when I was watching stuff on reviews and stuff, I looked at it as like.
Well, the mechanics aren't their selling point. It's the whole aesthetic.
It's the aesthetic of the game. It's the story. It's interesting. I know.
The aesthetic is great. Like the way it looks and all that, it's fantastic. The story they put into it and all that, great.
If I wanted to watch a story, go get a movie.
Probably a porn. Be like, Annie Claudy goes down to the farm. Xeion Zevers is watching that shit. He's got his lube and his tube.
I mean, that brings up another question, though. Like, why play Guild Wars 2 if you're not into story-based games? I mean, Guild Wars 2 is fundamentally a story-based game. If you're not into that kind of thing, you're not going to have much fun. Even in PvP, there's a lot of lore background to it. I mean, Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 in general are games, but they have their issues. You know, like PvP has always been a problem in the Guild Wars universe. So.
It's not about having the story. The story, I love to have story in games. My issue is it's got to have good gameplay mechanics for me to justify the fact that I'm there for the story. If the game sucks to play, if I get bored because the spells are retarded or my character's moving and his back's hunched over and his legs are sticking out the sides and when he's hobbling over try to do something, you know, and that's just natural gameplay mechanics, you know, or he just looks distorted and weird-ass factions. I don't want to play that shit. I want it to look smooth, and I want it to play smooth, and that's the way games have to be. And Guild Wars 2 is completely smooth. That's the reason why the game's got so much.
I bet you love playing. I'll bet you love playing Blood Elves then.
Blood Elves.
In
yes,
World
I
of
did
Warcraft.
play Blood Elves.
Yeah.
I also had a Tauren, a Troll. I had like every race besides an Orc, I think. So.
I remember that shit. This is my Blood Elf Paladin. He looks like me. He was so obsessed with that character looking like him. He is so manly. I tried to get him to play a female forever. Because I had a female Blood Elf mage. And I was like, dude, you gotta play females. Their laugh is awesome. They're slutty. And I'm like, you gotta play this shit. He's like, I could never be a female. I have to reflect in the character. That's why, like, when we started talking about Guild Wars 2, when I brought him into the guild, when basically we all decided that we're going to rebirth the guild and everything like that, and I brought him in, I'm like, instantly, yep, Human Guardian, here we go. Human Guardian. That's what he was going to be. That was set concrete in my mind. That's what fucking Xeon's going to be, is human guardian. He tried to tell me different. No, might play a warrior. I'm thinking Thief's looking kind of interesting. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fucking human guardian. Doesn't matter, you know? But he's actually surprised me because, like, through the beta weekend events and the stress test, he's actually taken a liking to Norn, which is exactly my main, what I'm going to be. And I hope he sticks with it because there's a lot of people say there's not a lot of lore behind the Norn, but that's bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. There's lore there. You know?
Oh, there's a shit. If you look at the Jotun, I mean, half of it's there.
Yeah. And with Jorah and everything.
And the Kodan too. I mean, the whole conspiracy that the Kodan were actually like the ancient Norn of the North. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which I hope. Like, we resolve come release, because I want to get into that.
But, yeah, I was actually surprised.
Well, that's it. Their story sounds like it's going to be interesting. Sounds like their story is going to be very interesting. So, that's one of the reasons why it's drawing me to them. I played the human during the beta weekend events, and I really didn't find them at all. They were kind of boring, to tell you the truth. They didn't really have anything going for them.
They were boring. Well, human nobles are pretty interesting.
Their story is kind of just like, I've seen this story a billion times. Oh, I'm a human noble. I live in the rich district. I've gone over there. I'm saving these people from bandits. Norn's a little bit different. You know, it's got more of that Norse mythology. I like Norse mythology type stuff, so I'm drawn to that. The other race that seems very interesting, I love the Ashura. Oh God, I love the Ashura.
Oh my God,
they're freaking amazing.
All right, Felicia Day. I have to say now, Felicia Day's voice acting as Soja is fucking incredible. She has more lines than any other iconic of the 5 iconics, and playing through that storyline as any of the 3 variants was freaking awesome.
And silence fills
I'm
the
done.
room. I don't know, man, because that soundtrack, the Sylvari fucking song on the soundtrack, dude, that is amazing. It sent chills up my spine.
Did you guys hear? You guys hear the new song that they released?
Yeah. He linked it to me. And I listened to it. I listened to it like 3 times. I'm like, holy shit! It sent chills up my spine, literally. I was like, holy fuck!
I'm listening to it right now in the background.
It makes me want to play a Sylvari. Honestly, it makes me think of adventure and fucking exploration. That whole song and how brilliantly that song is done. It just makes me instantly think about being like this brand new thing that explores and adventures. And there's a constant fear.
Heck, my main was already going to be a Sylvari. This just gives me.
This is icing on the cake. It's a bunt cake. I don't know. I had it dead set in my mind.
Goodness.
I'm like, yep, fucking Norn Warrior, and I'm going to have an Asuran Thief. Those were my 2 characters. I was going to keep it limited in this one. Then I tried a Sylvari. I was like, fuck. Now I got to be a Sylvari, even though I basically told everybody in the world and their brother, I hate Sylvari. They shouldn't exist. They shouldn't be in the game. They're stupid. They're plants. What the fuck are you thinking? And I was like, oh, man, I played it, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I love Sylvari. And I like Char. The only thing I'm not playing is a human. Oh, sorry, I played one all throughout Guild Wars. I don't want to return to those roots. You know? I don't care if their story is the most...
That's really the only reason I'm playing.
You're like, I have to.
I'm just trying to continue that, you know.
Well, you know, it's been 250 years. If you want to dig up, you know, dig up some old bones and everything, carry them around, that's okay. But, you know, I worked out a crossbreed strategy. You know, I was like, you know, my human hooked up with a Norn, and they made mad passionate whoopee all over the place. And then, yeah, my big fat warrior popped out. He's smarter than the other Norn, and he likes to whittle.
Yeah, I'm gonna play every race. I'm gonna play every race just because I want to see all the story that the game has to offer. But again, when I say story, and I like story in games, I just have to have good gameplay mechanics. Just have to bring that up a second time.
Well, no problem there.
I don't know. I need to collect things. That's all I need in the game. I just gotta collect shit. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, I like that video, the new digital deluxe items that you could get. They have the...
Oh, yeah.
the Misfire Wolf that looks awesome.
I don't know. Is that a
Looks
one-time
awesome,
use,
man.
or
The
is it
Whitlock
just
miniature.
an epic skill? It says epic.
No, it's a skill. It's an elite
you
skill
retain it.
that you get. Yeah,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because that looks too awesome.
it's an elite skill.
Problem is, it probably costs like more skill points than anything else on the.
I don't
on your
think
skill
that's
bar,
necessarily the case. I think what it is that they aren't as effective as the other elite skills. So that way, you're not getting an advantage. They're no more effective. So I think they're around the same.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like the Hounds of Balthazar thing. I mean, that's not supposed to be extremely effective. It's just supposed to be like another little,
it's like
pet damage
like the
AoE
racial
thing.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want my Hall of Monuments unlocked. God, I've wanted to use that shit forever. No.
I wish they would have put the Hall of Monuments in the third beta weekend.
Yeah. Well, that kind of would have defeated the purpose, I guess. But I got money saved out, too.
And I couldn't have gotten it because I'm locked out of my accounts.
Black market, baby. First day, black market. I got money saved aside. You are welcome, Arenanet, in advance. You are welcome. Lunch is on me,
I'm buying that top
fellows.
hat the second it goes out that.
I'm spending a shitload of money on the game. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Fuck y'all if you like, man, GameJunkieXL spends way too much money on GuildWars2. Fuck you. Fuck you in advance because, you know what? I don't care. I support Arenanet. And they are offering some cool-ass shit, like the pirate costume on a fucking Assurin.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
legendary. An Assurin pirate. That's what I always wish for. Stop giggling. You know it's true.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna
The
do that.
feather.
I'm gonna buy every freaking little cosmetic piece
The
of shit.
feather that sticks off the pirate hat for the Assurin model pirate suit is as tall as the Assurin. It is amazing. I was like, holy shit. They got new top hats.
But
Dude, you're starting to sound like Aurora.
I don't give a fuck.
There.
Where is Aurora anyway? God damn it. She needs to get her ass on.
yeah, I hope that everyone's wondering like what they're gonna do for the next expansion. Like I hope that they do
They're already working on
some
it.
different stuff. Everyone's like, hey. Well, I know they're already working on it. I'm just saying, people are saying, like, what classes do they want them to bring back? And I hope they do something completely
Oh, it's not going to be
new.
classes. There's going to be no new
Sorry,
professions for a long
sorry,
time.
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
They're going to... What they're going to do, probably, in my opinion, is they're going to add new weapons. Because the way they have the weapons right now is great. They're just going to keep adding new weapons, like double-handed axes and, like, spears and shit like that. And wink scythes, wink wink Arenanet, wink wink Alona.
Do you think the purple dildo from, that one game is going to show up?
Oh, yeah. In some respect,
Penetrator.
yes. I could use them.
Whack! Oh, you hit me in the head! Ah.
If they ever do add professions, though, I really hope that they go back to
No.
Dervish one day.
Dervish.
Please.
Sorry.
Please.
No.
I want my
Corsair.
Dervish.
A summoner, a Corsair, something different.
Oh,
you know?
Corsair big time. For the longest time, I thought
Dervish
is
or
different.
Corsair.
For the longest time, I was like, it's like the engineer. It's like they'd be so awesome if they had like a kit that had like an alchemy kit. So have the Assurans, right? Who are all like the eternal alchemy, right? So why not have like a kit that has potions that they can throw on the ground for like alchemy explosions and stuff? That'd be awesome.
They do
Just
have that.
do that. And I'm not talking grenades, but
No, yeah, there's an actual, like, freaking alchemy where you throw potions and shit.
Oh. Your question
that's a healing spec.
has
isn't
been
it?
answered.
They add random debuffs and buffs, depending which one you're throwing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a get the fuck out of my face
They
potion.
do have that, so no complaining.
He's like, let me reach in my kit right here. What do I got? We got 6 enemies in front of me. Oh, look, it's a get the fuck out of my face potion. Smash! Oh, look, enemy all gone. Now we go have noodle. I don't know why I'm thinking Chinese. I think I need to have a Chinese. I need
Okay.
some China food.
There
China
you
food.
go.
What? Rotten Apple Productions.
What?
Ah.
Okay, I'm looking on comments of this whole deal. Another thing about crafting, they're comparing it to Minecraft. What?
Huh?
How can you compare that to Minecraft?
What?
They're comparing the crafting system in Guild Wars.
Probably because it takes more than 2 ingredients.
It reminds me of, the crafting system reminds me of Ion. Another NCSoft title. It's almost exactly the same as Ion's system.
I don't know. I think with cooking, it reminds me of Lord of the Rings Online. With the amount of ingredients that you need to use. Or Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
But you guys are too cool to play.
Ion's exactly
put more than a day into that game.
But just like complex.
Heck, I haven't even finished War in the North. I have no time for Lord of the Rings Online.
Lord of the Rings Online. Yeah, you've never even watched the movies or read the books. Jesus Christ. You don't even know.
I read the books, I just never read the movies.
You can't read a movie.
Read the movie?
Read the movie. I never watched the movie.
I never watched the movie.
Shut up,
what the fuck is going on here?
You can if you're
hear
blind.
colors.
No, deaf. What, deaf? Yeah.
You can hear colors.
I can hear colors.
I don't know how, but you can, supposedly. Quick, somebody come stab my eyes out so I can't see. I'm sure I have a lot of willing participants that are listening right now. Oh, man. So, yeah, we got way off topic, but what is your opinions on the August 28th debacle that's going on? Do you think it's a good idea?
I think Blizzard's just pulling it out their ass.
You don't think it was strategized?
It's like a last-ditch effort. Like, oh, by the way, this is coming out. Come back over to our dark side, you know? It's like, whatever. It's not like there's a lot of people who are actually dedicated to Guild Wars from Blizzard that are actually going to accompany that little Theramore Isle raid thing.
Personally, I could see this coming. I could see it coming from a mile away. They always do something like this at the beginning of a launch. I think they just got it off a little bit. What they probably should have done is release the game before Arenanet put out Guild Wars 2. You know what I mean? So that way they wouldn't have anybody who's, like, right now they fucked themselves in the ass, basically what happened. People are bored, they don't have anything to do, so hey, let's just go buy Guild Wars 2 because it's coming out on the 28th. And then people didn't know that when they had the pre-purchase. So now they had a bunch of people get in the betas having fun, and now they enjoy Guild Wars 2, and they don't want to go back to World of Warcraft. So they basically lost all those people because they waited too long. And now they're, like Steve said, last-ditch effort to try to get their people back by say, hey, come back, we have a patch coming out on this, even though they know that people, after they just bought a game, maybe they're realizing that the free-to-play model is going to be a little better than the subscription model. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Deep.
Oh yeah, fuck Blizzard.
Oh wow, man, that was kind of harsh.
Fuck Blizzard.
I think it was harsh enough.
I think that they're not too concerned with it because it's free to play, it's buy to play. So I think they're thinking in their heads like, oh yeah, well these people will go and buy Guild Wars 2, but since it's free to play, you know, they'll keep their subscriptions up and they'll come back and they'll play our game too, because they can play both. But honestly, I don't know how anybody can do that because I've played MMOs for a lot of time, you know. I was like, I can't play two at once because I don't know. It's just I invest too much time in one, you know. It's like you can check.
I still go back to Eve.
You can check.
There's plenty of time.
You can check when Guild Wars 2 launches, when the Head Start goes out, right? I have a vacation coming up. Okay, you can check my time. Probably if it goes to Raptor, you would check my time. I guarantee I will be over 200 hours by the time I go back to work, easily.
I'll take that as a challenge.
That's kind of small.
What do I get if I win?
It's not that many hours.
You won't.
You gonna take your pants off? Oh God, I better lose.
Oh yeah.
200 hours? Yeah, actually 200 hours isn't that much because I put that much in like The Sims Medieval and I didn't even know it. I'm like, let me check Raptor today. Yeah, Sims Medieval. What, I got 10 hours in this game? 90 fucking hours! What the hell did I play this for 90 hours? Fucking Terraria. I haven't even made it, like, I haven't even beat a boss in Terraria, and I think I have, like, 96 hours in that. I'm like, what the fuck did I do for 96 hours in this game? It's crazy.
Yeah, I've got over 200 hours, way over. I got, like, what? I got, like, 400 or 500 hours or something like that in Skyrim.
You loser.
Seriously? I got bored after 4 hours. I couldn't stand it. I bought it, like, half off on the Steam sale, summer sale. I played 4 hours of it, getting to, like, the College of Winterhold and all that. Did that storyline. Bored. Nothing to do. I got, like, nothing was interesting. Ugh, throws it out the window. I don't know why people like Skyrim. There's no depth to it. I hate it.
Oh, there's tons of depth to it. Dude, you have, like, dungeons that go on for, like, an hour.
Bullshit. There is no depth to Skyrim.
Oh, God. Now we're gonna get a bunch of haters from fucking Bethesda. The fuck are you talking about? Skyrim 4 is my favorite game. Fuck you.
Bring it on. It won't be the first time I've fucked over a Bethesda title.
Dislike. I'm sorry, Bethesda.
I hate half the things that Bethesda puts out.
I'm sorry.
No, so you didn't like Fallout 3.
I love Fallout 3.
I didn't like Fallout 3.
Why?
I love Fallout 3.
Because the story sucks.
That's because you were watching my Twisted Dimension before you started playing it. You're like, wow, this game's gonna be awesome.
No, I liked the Twisted Dimension series,
problem.
and by all means, continue
Yeah, that's the problem.
I played the game.
It's like, wow, I can't believe characters talk like this.
It, and it was horrible.
You're like, wait, where'd
totally
that voice go? I don't have a voice. Damn it! No, I can't continue it.
Well, basically, the game is pretty much based off experiences that you've had in the game. So the story basically based off what you do in the game. So it's more. It's not. The story doesn't go in one direction. So depending on what you do, your story changes, or it doesn't change. It goes along a different path. Like if you haven't done other stuff in it, then you can't judge everything else. That's the only thing. It was
like. The time I put into all those side quests and stuff wasn't worth that shit ending.
The side quests are they
randomize.
They continuously randomize, so that way that they never end. You always get those little mini side quests like all the time. The main story is like by doing the guild quest, like if you do the Thieves Guild or if you do the Companions quest or stuff like that. Those are all main storyline quest type things. They basically send you off to do stuff, like whereas the mini ones are like, oh, I need to get this stuff or this stuff.
Wait, what are we talking about? Are we still Fallout 3?
No.
It's still Skyrim.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Fallout 3. I was like, wait,
you got
what?
Bored.
Well, they both have shit in it.
You got bored with Skyrim,
Fallout 3 is the same
but you want to play Kingdoms
I
of
did get
Amalur.
bored with Skyrim. Well, yeah, because I haven't played it yet.
You get really bored of that then, because there's like way less than that. It's just side quest after side quest after side quest. It's like, go kill this, do that, kill this, do that. It's a good story, but at the same time, I think you get bored of that too. Because it's, I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't. Who knows?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I got kind of bored of Guild Wars story after a while until I really started
sacrilege.
I know, it was sacrilege.
Yeah, after I beat all the campaigns and everything, I really wasn't paying attention anymore to the story. Except for, like, War and Krata. But, I don't know.
War and Krata was fun.
Yeah.
Great. I didn't actually start paying attention until Eye of the North came out. And it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. 2 new races. Well, let's actually go back and listen to what the story was, the entire 3 campaigns, and see what happened then. So I replayed the entire thing. It was, got a lot out of it. It's incredible, the actual amount of backstory they put in.
I enjoy the lore of Guild Wars.
You played it for an hour.
I never played Guild Wars 1.
I love that lore.
I played Guild Wars 1 for No, I like the lore. I've read on the lore and stuff like that. I can get it from reading.
Not the same as figuring it out as you go through the game.
I know it's not the same, but it's the basic general idea of what the story means or what it's about. But I could not play. I just didn't like how the game moved back then. I just didn't like. This game's completely different. It moves completely different. I enjoy how it moves now, how it plays. Back then, it had that point and click mechanic when you move your character. It irritated the shit out of me.
You
can turn it off and you can use WSAD, but still, it was in there.
It annoyed him.
And then it had
WoW had it in there. WoW had it in there for a while.
I really don't care for instanced areas. I like to see everybody else around me doing stuff.
I don't.
But yeah, in World of Warcraft,
that, like,
he would
the
get so infuriated when somebody would tap a mithril ore. He would get so infuriated, like, that was my fucking node. It's this fucking guy. Why did he go away? But I love when people are around. Whatever. Remember we were going for the reins of the Raven Mount with my druid? I'm like, hey man, I can go in there and solo that shit. You want to go with me? And if the mount drops, we can roll for it. You're like, fuck yeah, let's go. And as soon as the Raven Mount guy popped, he was like, I'd try to do this on my own. Alright. We never got it either. Son of a bitch. That's what I have to go back to WoW for. I have to go back and get the reins. No, I don't. I'm not going back ever. Fuck that. Whoa, what was that? Somebody's smoking some coins.
Let's see. Anyways, I spent like the last month or so of my World of Warcraft career trying to get that one mount from Stratholme.
Oh, the dead horse?
Like one of those horseman mounts.
That's not dropping, you know. They stopped it.
When did it stop dropping? Like when? Because this was a long time ago.
Oh, well, if it's a long time ago, if it was recently, it doesn't drop anymore. I don't think.
Oh, no, I didn't play the game in like 2 years.
I thought you played it yesterday. I thought I saw you on it. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times I ran fucking, trying to get that goddamn undead horse mount. And, God, I maxed out.
That would have made the game for me. I would be like, alright, I'm done.
Freaking rep off that shit. I got it finally, but it took me forever and a day. Ugh. God, good memories.
Soloing Stratholme was fun, though. My best memories of World of Warcraft were actually in that one open world PvP area. What was it? Silithus? I don't know.
Syphilis?
Silithus. Because the guild I was in was like the guild I was in. We would just do like all-out raids out there because at the time of like Burning Crusade, whole guilds at a time would go down there and we just bore at each other. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then soloing Stratholme. That was always fun.
Yep.
He's like, fuck that game.
Sorry.
It's like, fuck that game. I have no good memories of it.
Dude, all I did was farm shit, like 24/7. Mine. If I wasn't freaking doing daily quests, I was mining. And after I was done mining, I was freaking, okay, well, maybe I'll do a 5-man dungeon today, and then I'll pop into a raid, maybe. But that's before they had all this new mechanics that allow you to get in the 5-man dungeons and the raid finder. So that way now it's like you don't even know anybody you're going into the raid with. It's like, I'll just push this button, I'm in a raid, yay, let's go do the raid. Oh, we died.
Why did we die?
Bitch.
You got 6 guys.
But they're all elite raiders now because they can just pop into a raid group now, so they're elite. Doesn't even matter, like, you do the raid and then, like, 2 weeks later they give the raid gear, they drop it down to honor badge gear, and then you can get it freaking doing dungeons. So that way you can go up. So what's the point of even fucking raiding if it's not even worth anything?
See the story.
You
said it yourself.
Again, we're going into the whole fact that Blizzard's going towards a casual audience, not a hardcore gaming audience, and people need to realize that, it's like, hey, you want to raid, fine, you can go raid, but realize that it's going to be a casual raid now. It's not going to be in hardcore raid. Way back in the day, you remember, what was it? When Wrath of Lich King came out, it was like everything was fucking AoE, right? So you had like everybody AoEing the shit out of everything. They had no...
Yep.
The tank didn't pull anymore. Everybody just ran up their AoE, and then the fucking fight was over, right? So now they had to implement that back in with Cataclysm, and it didn't work too well because people are like, it's too hard.
What is this shit? I remember when they took crowd control away from fucking mages. Oh, we don't need mages to crowd control anymore. What? I'm fucking frost build, bitch. I love frost build. You don't have to CC anymore. Thieves, not thieves, fucking rogues, don't even bother. Just deeps.
Yeah, you remember back in like vanilla WoW when they had resistance gear, right? You had to have specific resistance gear to take on like the molten core. Now there's no resistance at all, so I'm gonna go in there. Like it made it 3 times
like,
easier.
Oh, I'm standing on
you know
lava.
What I'm saying? It's casual gameplay.
No,
for
there's
people.
nothing wrong with me. I don't know. The only thing that I actually miss about World of Warcraft is fucking. Oh god, you're gonna have to help me remember what this place is called. But the place that looks like Castlevania, the raid that looks like Castlevania on the inside. I miss that place.
Skullamace?
No, not Skullamace.
Shadowfang?
Shadowfang.
Stratholm, those are the only 3 I can think
The
of.
only thing I could think of, Skullamace, or whatever the hell it was called.
Skullamace.
It's a little island
No,
right
it
there.
wasn't on an
right
island,
off-
man.
Yeah, it's in...
You went, and then you went down in a crypt to get the key to the front door.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's not
Shadowfang.
Shadowfang Keep. That wasn't even a raid, dude.
This is a raid.
This would be a fun
I don't
little
know.
game for people who are watching this so that they can...
Oh,
correct
okay, I
us.
know what you're talking about. They re-released it. They re-released it in Wrath of the Lich King, the floating palace
Not
one.
Naxxramas.
Is that the one you're talking about? Naxxramas now.
I don't remember what it was called. It's gonna bug me. Somebody will get a big old Woody though. They can say it in the comment section probably and be like, "Ah, fucking noob." Fuck you, Junior. I don't remember that shit. My mind's gone to hell. Now go play your World of Warcraft. Get your deeps, whatever deeps are. Tanker spank sounds kinky.
Pikachu! Just remember
I can name
that.
my mini pet.
Just remember
and send them
that.
out to bloody carnage. Yay! Some retard's gonna name their mini pet Pikachu. You know what's gonna happen. And then Pikachu's gonna eat dirt. They're gonna feel like shit and quit.
My girlfriend would.
Would what?
Name a
Oh,
mini pet Pikachu
I
if she
said
played.
like 5 things after that. I thought you were talking about one of those. I was like, wow. Whew. You ever seen your girlfriend take a shit? That's way off topic. Let's have a roundtable discussion. Let's have a roundtable discussion at other people's expenses. Only you can find that on the Game Goblins. So tell me, Riukishinn, have you ever watched or witnessed your girlfriend taking a shit?
No.
Really? What about you, Mr. Zevers?
Yes.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, she used to be. How about your wife?
No.
Never? Wow. Am I the only one that gets
I
off
kind
on
of stay
this
out of the
shit?
bathroom when she's in there.
I insist. I'm like, I'm going in the bathroom now. Oh, you gotta take a 1 or 2? It's not your business. No. You gotta tell me what you're doing before you leave. And you hold their arm, and they're like, I really have to go. And then you know it's a shit, so you let them go in and pretend you're not giving a shit, you know? And you run in really quick, and you're like, I caught you taking a shit. All of me get so mad. So mad, but you know when I'm dropping a deuce, I don't want anybody watching this. You should not witness something that bad. Why are we talking about excrement? This has nothing to do with excrement.
Well, Blizzard does.
You had to go there, didn't you? You want everybody on YouTube to hate us? Yeah.
Yes.
They already do,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Well, you don't upload anything.
No one watches this. Who cares?
I'm so sad. Everybody hates me.
Oh my god. Everybody's starting to hate us.
Yeah, all you 7 subscribers on Game Goblins.
Fine.
Go you. Oh god, don't even mention him.
Oh my god, he was at Gamescom this year. Didn't you see him?
No.
I
like how he's like, I'm the best gamer in the world, and then he's like, all your peoples want to see other games besides the besides the Blizzards. I gotta play. I don't know why he talks like Arnold, but he does, and he says, you know, I need to play other games because you guys are not caring about the World of Warcraft, or you don't care about Diablo. So I go and played some DayZ and some Happy Wheels and some other games, and oh look, I completely suck at these other games. I'm going to spam your inbox with 30 videos a day. Here you go. Look at me sucking. Did you guys watch his DayZ shit?
I never got spammed.
Did you guys watch his DayZ upload? Oh
no.
My god, they're fucking hilarious. He's got 4 videos, 10 minutes apiece, where it's just him trying to find Abraham. They're running, they don't know anything about DayZ, right? And then, like, instantly, somebody finds Athene's character, because his name is Athene on YouTube, okay? Athene's laying behind a wall. He's like, somebody's chasing me. I don't know who is chasing me, but I have to take cover. So he, like, gets behind the wall and he lays down. And this guy comes around, he's like, your videos suck. And then pops him right in his head. Bam, 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 bam. And Athene dies. And then he instantly starts whining. He's like, oh my people, you need to come play DayZ, and we need to back each other up. Teamwork. That's what he cries all the time. He's like, teamwork. You know, oh, Diablo 3, I'm the best, you know, everything in Diablo 3, but give me your gold and shit. That's teamwork. Teamwork.
Yeah.
Let's watch some World of Warcraft PvP with Athene.
Self-obsessed
With a scene that he can sit back and let other people take the hits and get all the glory.
Swifty's no better, man.
Swifty's,
don't forget.
No, Swifty's good. I like Swifty. Don't bust on Swifty.
He's just annoying sometimes. I am going to bust on Swifty. I don't respect him at all.
Dude, you have to respect.
He's a tactical genius.
You have to respect.
He's a tactical genius, but he's playing his hell.
Well, you have to respect somebody that's played World of Warcraft since the beginning and only has one fucking character. He does not play anything else. One character. That is incredible. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
I could not even imagine.
His life doesn't revolve around the game. He plays PvP in arenas, and
he does other things.
I don't know if he raids. I think mostly he's just PvP arena. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He plays first-person shooters like crazy.
Oh, but fuck Swifty. Let's talk about Athene, the best gamer in the world. I can't play Happy Wheels. I'm gonna get my mommy to do it. Wow.
Nobody can play Happy Wheels.
He's got his mommy playing it. Try to get more subs.
His mom's a badass.
I gotta bring up Windows 8, you know, Windows 8.
This has turned into a technical discussion of everything. Let's talk about Windows 8.
Yeah, we're gonna go into fucking Windows 8 sucks. The Metro system that they have for Windows 8 is fucking horrible, okay? It's like they're trying to turn Windows 8 into like an iPod, or like they're turning it into like an app thing. It's so fucking gay. If you haven't seen Windows 8, you need to go
instantly all the gay community is like,
terrible.
Fuck this guy. Windows 8 is not me.
What community haven't we egged on yet, Steve?
What haven't we?
We've got the
Ethiopians.
gays, we've got the Puerto Ricans, I'm sure. Ethiopians? Okay, what can we say about Ethiopians?
Fastest runners in the world, dude. Fastest runners in the world. If you throw a handful of rice out in front of them. Oh, fuck!
I thought that was in South America, actually.
Ethiopia? Or Windows 8? What are we talking about?
Fastest runners in the world were, I thought, in South America.
Oh, you're actually taking this discussion seriously? I'm surprised.
No, I know that, but
he's got something.
No, I just thought they were in South America, because there was a, what was it? It was like a History Channel or Discovery Channel piece on something like that, and they were saying it's tribal people. It's more of they're a small town community of tribal people. They're not tribal, I guess you'd say, but they could run really fast. Barefoot, by the way.
Barefoot?
They were
I run fast a long time.
I live in South America. I'm quick as shit.
Yeah, so that's like a Google there. Fastest barefoot runners on Google. Type it into your search engine. You might be able to bring it up and understand what I'm talking about.
I will be sure to do that.
I'm going to try this.
I was like, I'm on it. I want to see this shit. Wait, we should probably have some background music.
Yeah.
That's actually like one of the popular searches today. Holy crap.
Wow.
Like Google autofill. Just like it autofilled it like the second I put fastest.
fastest anal penetration in the world.
I'll look that up too.
Instantly, Ryo's girlfriend enters the room. It's not about watching her take a shit anymore. Somebody's getting a bobbit tonight.
We are extremely way
Really?
off topic.
What was this whole podcast
August
supposed to be about?
28th.
Okay, August 28th. That's the day Guild Wars
That's
2
right.
releases.
I guess what we can really take from this is that it's really not that important.
Yeah, not really.
You know, because Blizzard really isn't that important. Like, you know, you like 9.3 million subscribers are not that important. Realize that.
Oh,
You're not that important.
9.3 million people isn't a lot of people. Maybe for a gaming community.
It's like, yeah, look at it. It's like how many of them, how many of these people, like you have, like the most I think were in America that subscribe. They have people from all over or the world basically, right? So they basically hand out to more people than any other MMO market there is. So, and wasn't there a piece done to saying that when they tally these scores on how many subscribers they have, that they use trial memberships as base point too. So there's a little percentage of people in there that really don't matter either.
wow.
But if you don't, you know, it's like I say, if you don't like Guild Wars 2, don't fucking play it, man. Just stay the fuck away from my
What
game.
a vile man.
That's awesome.
We here at GameJunkieXL love everybody. We don't think you're nobody. Him over there laughing though, he hates your guts. Fuck those guys, they ain't nothing.
No, I really don't hate anybody,
Yes, you do.
okay? Jesus Christ.
Why?
Oops. Now the Christian's angry.
Blame Jeebus. I think they were pissed off when I said something about Jesus being a wow reaching through the screen giving me a hand job. I think they were pissed off at that point. I beat you to it.
You can feel them preaching.
Feel them doing something. Like, oh my god. You know what I aim to do? I aim to get on Christwire. I want somebody to write an article about me on Christwire and how vile and evil I am, and I shouldn't be allowed.
I'm on it.
Your name gonna be Brother Bacchus, brother Love. There you go, Brother Love says, you know, get like that.
All right, how do you
Get a
join
picture of
this
like a
thing?
big black guy and be like, my name is Brother Love. Go on Audacity and fuck with your voice.
Aren't they like a cult? You really can't join them unless they approve you.
Oh, he could get approved easily.
Like we have to
I
do a
can get
personal
in.
background
Let's
check
say
from
I
you,
played Fable 3.
and then maybe we let you in.
Brother.
Bitches, Findel isn't my real last name. Ha 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 ha.
What?
Nothing. They'd be doing the wrong background check.
So did you guys watch the Hunger Games?
Yes, it was awesome.
It's an enjoyable.
I liked it.
It is a take that I think it almost seems like plagiarized. Because have you ever seen the movie Battle Royale?
Yes.
Battle Royale. So it's almost exactly the same except for a few small elements.
I like it though. I don't like the way it was shot. Like the camera work wasn't that great.
It's good. It's just it has a lot. It's like got a lot of background meaning to it, which I like. So
It
a
did the
thinker
book
movie.
justice though. Like it was almost just as good as the book in my opinion. And I like the
Yeah.
book.
Looks good.
I can't wait for Catching Fire. That's gonna be good. I hope they fire their cameraman.
Ugh.
Plus, I'm like a huge Jennifer Lawrence fanboy. Because she grew up like in the area I am right now. So yeah.
So I was irritated though because they had to put the freaking trailer for Twilight on there. So it's like yes, I
Ouch.
wanted to see that.
Ouch.
It's like yeah, you had to put it on there. So I had to, and like Heather's like, oh my god, there's the new Twilight movie. I can't wait. And I'm like, no.
Fat bitches
Movie
rejoice.
sucks.
Bye bye Twilight fans.
All those fat emo bitches that want to sleep with Edward are like, yes, new Twilight. I can't wait to sit around.
Hey, now they got a chance. He's Signal. Go right for it. Like they have a chance now. He's
His
Signal.
Signal?
Yeah, single.
Signal.
Yeah, he's senile.
Ooh, that means I have a chance too.
Senile.
Oh, wait, no, he sparkles. What the fuck do I want with that? Who's that ugly motherfucker there? What's his name? The vampire, or not the vampire, the wolf dude.
The Alexander something.
He's not single.
I'll look it up.
You're my...
Oh, on Christwire.org, by the way, the front page features Jennifer Lopez.
What about?
Why is there a science tab? Oh, I got.
Yeah, but isn't that a really It's Jennifer Lopez.
She's got a big ass. Back that shit up. She got insurance on her ass.
It's like they're a little behind the times, don't you think? I mean, when was she popular?
Wait a minute.
7 years ago?
You know what you should search on Christwire? See if there's anything about GuildWars2 on there. I haven't checked in a while.
Shad Maraka put missile defense on Mars. Yes.
I don't know. I'm scared.
So have we stopped recording, or is this going to go up in a 2-hour stretch?
I don't fucking know. I haven't stopped recording anything.
Put the whole thing on there, man.
It'll take me 6 hours to do it, but whatever.
We haven't had a proper podcast yet.
This isn't a proper podcast. We talk about feces. We've talked about World of Warcraft. We talk about, August 28th. Jesus flipping hand jobs.
Probably should just call this the Gamer Goblins Rambles or something.
This should be the new Rambles as a Madman.
I can't see anything. I'm sitting on my Rotten Apple Productions screen recording.
Okay, yeah. Eric, go look at this, Zane. Now, this is freaking great. The chick at the bottom right, Steve's future ex-wife.
Huh?
You have to go look it up.
This is gonna be bad. I better not get a virus.
No, it's on Christwire. It's fine.
Yeah, because they're not of the elven to get, elven? What the fuck does that even mean? They're not of the ilk to give viruses away. You have to contribute to the church to get those.
So, the picture is of a bunch of Princess Leia, or Olivia Munn as Princess Leia. Am I looking at the right thing?
Yeah, you're looking at the right thing. I typed in GuildWars2 and this is what came up.
That's freaking Olivia Munn, right? She used to be on Attack of the Show, the first picture.
Think so, yeah.
I think she went and she did a Maxim pose and stuff like
Why
that.
Why should I do a ramble on this? What's it about?
But yeah.
No, it's just funny. Because the chick at the bottom right just looks like your future ex-wife. But that's what came up when I typed in GuildWars2 in Crossfire. I just in awe. What?
Maybe because they are a guild of women 2 times the amount of men in the room.
Okay.
And they're at war.
Semi-wire. Reasons England is not good enough to host the Olympics. Oh, God.
Everybody who's watching this, you guys check out Christwire.org because it's amazing. The wealth of knowledge that you can get off this site.
Yes, everybody who's watched this up until this point, they haven't gotten bored and left the channel by now.
We've killed them with stupidity. It's wait, what were we talking about? Feces? Oh.
Anal sex increases your chances of being homosexual.
But there's a good chance for you to promote the guild, right? So hey, we have a guild.
Yeah, let's promote the guild.
And if you enjoy this banter, and enjoy to have fun with people,
not sexual fun,
and put an application.
I ain't about that shit.
Well, that too. Just we have our own forum for that. No, not really.
Reddit's got a private guild where you perform sexual favors. Join that one for the good stuff. It's called Tank and Spank. His name's Tank. Yeah.
Steve's got Felicia.
Shut up! It's so sticky.
I know, it's my fault. I'm the one that introduced you to her, in the WoW days.
Do you want to date my avatar? No. I want to fuck the shit out of her. I don't know. Would you have sexual
Anyways,
intercourse with an
promotion
Ashura?
for the guild.
Would you have sex with an Ashura? Why?
No. No.
Too short?
No. That depends. Would I be an Asura in
No.
this circumstance?
Would you have sex
Then
with
no.
a Char?
Yeah. Not furries.
Both of them have really sharp teeth, so
What does teeth got to do with anything?
Yeah.
I'm really digging the sharp teeth. Teeth has a lot to do with it, alright?
They got long tongues. Too.
Alright, then you go stick your dick in
Alright.
that.
I would. I don't care. I've slept with worse.
We've reached the weird.
A quadriplegic.
Oh yeah, my quadrant. I'm still looking for you, baby.
600 pound
Still
quadriplegic.
looking for you. No, it's hard for you to dial the phone, but look up. You can do it. Come on.
Well, we got a lot of people on Axon
Yeah,
right
they
now.
all saw us on here. Like, oh fuck, we gotta go talk to them, and we're ignoring them all.
Yeah, no.
Sarge is always on. That's
What a
something that never
great
leaves.
freaking. Sarge's not on. Holy crap.
Probably because I put the calendar
That's a
events
first.
on when our discussions and things are gonna be.
When is it
Do you
that
know how
big
to
discussion
read a
supposed to
calendar?
have?
It's on the guild
No.
calendar.
I'm Roman Catholic. I can't read anything.
What are you Roman?
Bazinga.
Where are you Roman?
I don't know. I'm Roman to New York. What a find you,
can't
Steve.
wait.
What's the difference between being a Roman Catholic and a
One
Catholic?
of them walks.
There's a kind of a difference. Yeah.
Just aimlessly.
But do they hate each other for it? That's the question. Do they hate
You
each
walk
other for
around,
it?
I hate your guts.
Kind of, yes.
Do they like, you can't be a Catholic because we're Roman Catholics?
Pretty
And if
much.
you are a Roman Catholic, you can't be a Catholic because they're heretics or they're whatever. They always like that. It's like, I grew up in a Baptist family.
Flashback.
And my father would be like, "Oh, the Protestants, you can't be a Protestant. They're not. They do things wrong. Or you can't be a Catholic. They do things wrong." Even though most religions
what
based on
wrong?
the same. Catholics, when they baptize people, they only dab you or sprinkle you with water, and they
Never baptized. Yeah.
And when you get baptized in a Baptist church, you don't. Like, you pull water, and they basically grab you by the throat, and they slam you into the pool of water, like choking you underneath the water, and then they lift you
You're
up. And
saved!
you're saved. Right? But, yeah, so... But most, like, religion, from what I've been, like, reading for, like, a long time, because... Usually bases a lot of, like, stories from the Bible come from Egypt, like, from what I've gathered, that, stories from Egypt are very similar to the Christian Bible, or the Christian faith anyway, or the Catholic faith as you would call it. I don't know. I'm rambling. Now I completely forgot what I was going to do.
You were gonna make something to eat. I remember that much.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised Heather's not bitching. What the fuck? What are you going on about now? Catholics? Ray was looking at Christwire. I know he is. You can't go to that site and just leave it. You have to peruse it. It's like a badly illustrated porno. It's like you don't want to look, but you have to. Just make sure it doesn't get better. Did you find anything interesting?
Nah,
tons
just
of
the usual.
interesting things on there. You just gotta know where to look. Oh man, my personal favorites are the 20 safe words for penis and vagina. Those are my favorites.
Anyways, we were promoting the guild.
We were?
Steve, why don't you explain how we would do things?
When we were doing this?
Yeah.
We just slew out a bunch of insults, stupidity, inanity, and then you're like, yeah, let's promote the guild.
Eric was like, promote
All right,
the
I'll do it.
guild. This is a good time for it.
Do you play World of Warcraft? If you're a mentality age 3 or under, I have a guild for you. Oh man, I'm going to hell. This is not the place.
Basically, maybe I should do
okay.
this, Steve, if you want to take 5.
I need my sedatives again.
Okay. Blood Oath is a very tight-knit family community. If you're still watching, the two of you that are still out there that are drunk off your asses, if you guys like close-knit family guilds, we are for you, kind of. I don't know. We're kind of not... Yeah. If you hate World of Warcraft, you're going to find the right place here. Yeah,
oh, now come on, that's not true. We do have World of Warcraft people in Blood Oath.
And they all quit.
Yeah, but they still have love for the game. I'll mention a couple right now. Valstone, Nova, Arlo. They all have little loves for the game. They don't hate it. Just because you're a bitter, bitter little man.
I know, we haven't,
yeah.
we haven't really get dedicated to either PvE,
PvX.
PvP, or anything like that. PvX,
No.
yeah.
It's PvX.
Just do what the fuck ever.
Yeah. Actually, somebody asked me the other day what a PvX guild was that was in the guild. They were all confused. Like, what does PvX mean? I'm kind of new to this, so I had to tell them. Like, cool, man, thanks. I was like, yeah, no problem. You are welcome. I'm glad to be of service to you. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you something epic. I got something coming. Actually, Zian, you get to see it in person. I'm gonna take a video of it though for YouTube. I bought a gaming statue that I am severely proud of. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. It's just.
Oh, this is what you were gonna tell me at work?
No. But I had a bid on eBay for the same thing. It's limited to 500. There's only 500 of these things ever made. All right. And I had a bid on eBay for it, and I think I had it bid up to like almost $400. And then another one popped up for 225 buyout. So I was like, "Fuck this!" I went and bought the one for 225, and then like the other auction got down to like 1 hour, and I was still the top bidder. I'm like, "Fuck, I can't afford that. I hope somebody outbids me." I came home this morning and that thing sold for like $500. Oh really? What is it then, Mr. Zevers? What is it?
You're talking about GuildWars2 buying stuff
No,
off
I'm not.
eBay for GuildWars2, but it's like, then
I
what
said a
was
gaming
it?
statue. The only statue they have for GuildWars2 is Ritlock. I don't have to buy that because I have one coming.
No, I thought it was like you know, the talking about stuff that they were like the stores have, the PDQs and shit like that. Yeah, the freaking image, those big statues of like
Oh, the cardboard
characters and
cutouts
stuff like that.
and shit?
Sometimes like GameStops and stuff. Yeah, it's not always
Yeah,
cardboard.
the plastic
though.
panels and everything. Nah, I didn't buy any of those.
It's a gaming statue, huh?
It's fucking beautiful.
How big is it?
Ladies.
Height weighs.
How big is it? Well, how about I just show you later and save the drama for everybody else to think of their own. It's bigger than a Tic Tac and smaller than a Greyhound. Let's just put it that way. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I think we had to call this one.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty small greyhounds
we
before.
had to call this one probably for now. We just rambled and rambled and rambled. I don't even know how long I've been recording, but
For like, we ramble for like 45 freaking minutes or longer.
At least.
It's like we got off topic like 20 minutes into it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Not even 20 minutes. It must have been like 5 minutes because Ryu couldn't he had to read. He was reading it and then he was like, you know what? I have to put my input on everything that I see. So we kind of went off topic.
That's how I read.
First,
That's how I read. I annotate. It's called annotating. It's creative.
Annotation.
It also makes it so people can understand. anything.
Yeah, who
Like,
cares?
I was trying to understand everything you were saying. I had to actually go in there and look at it. I was like, what the fuck?
Does it look like I give a shit? No.
No. We're still not videotaping or recording this, right?
Yeah, we.
I know. I'm such an asshole.
Wow. You know, admittance is the first step to the cure. You're not an a-hole. You're not an a-hole. I don't think anybody is an a-hole. Well, okay, I do, but not anybody in this room or associated with me in any way, shape, or form.
I think it requires you to have a lot of money to be an a true asshole. Really, usually has a lot of money.
Yeah. Fine. He's fucking. I don't understand how that guy became famous.
Fucking Tanya, man. Tanya and Brain Deadly.
Because he's like one of the.
Brain Deadly made him. So did Tanya. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
Yeah, and neither one of them are with him
And
now, so
he's
it's like whatever.
He's like, oh, I need more subscribers. So he's like flooding the internet with fucking videos now, trying to get people to subscribe to him. He's just pissed off because he can't ever be Simon and Lewis or fucking, you know. I'm going to YouTube hell now.
YouTube Hill's a nice place. Ray William Johnson's there. You can have fun there.
That's all he does is talk. He'll never shut up. He'll tell me about everything that's going on in the room.
Guess who else is there?
Who?
Guess who else is there?
Who?
PewDiePie.
Who the hell's PewDiePie?
You don't know who PewDiePie is?
Who the hell is that?
PewDiePie. He's basically Tobuscus, but like boring and really annoying.
Oh god, that Tobuscus.
Like if you thought Tobuscus was annoying, no, this guy takes the cake.
Yeah, but Toby can be kind of funny every once in a while. Every once in a while.
His gaming channel, it's always the same jokes and accents. After you've seen one of his videos, you've seen them all.
I don't know. Mr. Zevers, you're gonna go make lunch for your wife or what?
Possibly. Possibly I'll make lunch. All I'm making is frickin' like hamburger.
Wow. Yeah, way to be ghetto on the. No, just pissed off the ghetto. Wait.
Dude, I'm not,
Zevers, hamburger helper.
Like in the mood to go out.
What flavor of hamburger helper?
I'm not gonna go out and make like fucking lasagna today or some baked ziti. It's too fucking hot, and I don't feel like going outside to grill because it rained yesterday, so it's muggy.
Well, what flavor of hamburger of the helper are you having?
What the hell is it? It's like I have no. It's like it's freaking noodles with cheese and beef in it. That's
Cheesy
what it
beef
is.
noodles.
So yeah, pretty much. Doesn't matter what type of noodles. It's like you notice that with hamburger helpers and all these other like freaking quick instant meals. It's like, oh, we just use different noodles in this one, but it's the same fucking flavor.
I always like the tomato and basil penne. Not big on any of them. What are you taping up there, bruh? What are you taping up?
I'm taking a guitar, scraping the edges of my.
Oh, okay.
So what do you eat now anyway, Steve? Like, what food do you cook?
I don't cook anything, actually. I drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, and eat ices. Because when I cook, I have to cook huge because I'm Italian, so I cook for a lot of people. I can't just cook for myself.
Like,
it doesn't fucking work.
I did that for like freaking... For 2 years, I ate ramen and hot dogs. Like fucking... Because I was so fucking poor.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not what you were doing one time I caught you when I walked in. What?
Right now.
He was licking it and calling it baby.
Breaking up.
Who?
You there? Ryu.
Man,
baby.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm here.
You said hot dogs, you got all excited.
I thought you were going to say something. I thought you said that's like I'm that way now. I thought I heard you say that. I just...
My diet consists in ramen. Oh, hi.
Ramen. Ramen pride! Alright, gentlemen. I'm going to take off now because I have to wash my stank ass and do some things.
Alright.
But we're closing on Guild Wars 2.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
And of course, you know, World of Warcraft. Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see
Later,
you at work.
men.
We hit you off with the underground.